everybody, this is Maureen coming at you with May's healthy recipe of the month. This month we've got a grilled elote salad. Elote is just Spanish for corn. So if you've ever seen the Mexican street corn where they're grilling the corn on the cob and then covering it with cotija cheese and chile lime spice, this is just a twist on that. But we're making it a little bit healthier. A lot of times if you see an elote salad, they'll use mayonnaise, but today we're going to be using Greek yogurt to lower down the fat and up the protein and also lower down the calories a little bit. So that's what we've got going on today. You're going to take your corn. I just bought a bag of frozen corn, so it was already off the cob. I didn't have to worry about any extra prep. You're just going to saute it in a little bit of olive oil in a pan over some high heat, and you want to make sure that you're cooking it long enough that it gets to a little bit of the golden brown phase. So it's not just cooked through, but it's also getting some of that nice crisp on it. Because if you think about it, they're grilling the corn to char it up a little bit, so you're going for that flavor, a little bit more of that roasted flavor. You're also going to grill up some jalapeno peppers. So I just took the corn off the skillet and then threw in those jalapenos in the same olive oil. That way you're combining those flavors a little bit better, and then you can just combine them and then chill them in the fridge for a little bit. So from there, all we're gonna do is just add the rest of our ingredients in. So you can start with your Greek yogurt. You're gonna take about a tablespoon and just throw it in there. I'm making a little bit more today just because I'm trying to feed the staff we got here at Team MK Fitness, and we love to eat. So I'm gonna throw a little bit more in there than your recipe calls for, but you can double check the recipe in our lobby. It's up on that poster above the water fountain. So you're just gonna mix all of that together. Make sure it's well combined. You don't want any separate parts in there when you're feeding yourself and your family or your coworkers and friends. Perfect. All right, that's looking great. All the corn and jalapenos are nice and coated with that yogurt. Greek yogurt is a great substitute for mayonnaise or anything that you're trying to lower down calories and fat. So we're also going to take some cotija cheese today. So this is just a Mexican cheese, and you can find it in any cheese or dairy section at the grocery store. You're also going to mix that up, combine it. Nice. All right, it's already looking delicious. I'm getting hungry. This is a really flavor-packed recipe. It's gonna be super colorful, so it's gonna be a great side dish anytime you're outside or just making it feel a little bit more summery. All right, so you can take your limes and squeeze the juice right into the corn. Again, I'm using a lot more than the recipe calls for just to try and really pack the flavor in there. I'm making a lot more than you might be. All right, delicious. All right, you're also gonna add in some cilantro. If you like, definitely optional. This recipe is really great because you can kind of choose what flavors you want to add. Mixing that all together. All right, and last but very much not least, we're gonna add our tahini seasoning. So this is the chili lime flavor that really gives elote and street corn that really powerful packed flavor. So you really wanna make sure you're not forgetting this step. And you can add a couple tablespoons. This is definitely gonna up your sodium levels though, so be careful you're not overdoing it, just enough that you can definitely taste it and giving it that good flavor. I did not salt or season my corn and jalapenos when I was cooking them in the skillet because I knew I was going to be adding a lot of salt, a lot of flavor later on in the recipe. All right, and that is all our ingredients. That is the rest of our recipe. So when you're done, you should have something that looks like this. Everything's nice and combined. You'll get all those really pretty flavors and colors in there. So you'll get the green, yellow, and red, and really represent your flavor, represent your table very well. So thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you give this recipe a try, and I'll see you at the gym.